Yeah, I told y'all it was coming. Told y'all it was coming. They telling me the Drake game feature done dropped and he might be taking some shots at Kendrick. I mean, having Drake on your album as a feature after the problem, this is a shot in itself. Like, that's what people don't understand. Let's just get right to it. No breaks. He's already dissing Kendrick just by having Drake on here. By the way, I feel like some people aren't actually thinking about that. Like, the point of having the whole issue was you brought Drake to the hood, and he's basically saying, this is the side I chose. I chose sides. I'm with Drake. So, yeah.
Nigga walk in this shit with a limp. Nigga snuck a whole Drake in this.
Now, I'm going to tell you, you better go crazy. I don't want this to be, I already see, this is, I predicted this. Go back and watch my video. Don't make this the death of Slim Shady shit where you did this on some clout chasing shit. You got the smoke you wanted. Now I want to hear the game that I've been waiting for that can actually battle, bro. You jumped out the gate. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, I didn't really diss Kendrick by putting Drake as big as, I don't want to hear that.
Snuck a whole Drake in this bitch. Nigga talk shit, he get hit. Ain't nobody safe in this bitch. What up, twin? Yeah, that's my 20 twin. Red cup filled up with Hennessy again. In this mother bringing energy again. Running back-to-back phase with my enemies again. Enemy.
Okay, so, you know, he's back-to-back phase with the enemies. I snuck a Drake in here. That's the homie. This is all, you know, ways of him saying, I'm rocking with Drake, right? And I knew, bruh, I predicted this. Somebody in the comment section better say, like, no, Screw said this is how he's going to do it. He was going to do the death of Slim Shady. I predicted, I said, he's going to use the moment to galvanize people's attention, to look like he's going to shoot at Kendrick. He's going to set the table, and then he's going to do just enough to play with your intelligence so he can still go, I didn't really diss Kendrick, while getting the clout for dissing Kendrick. But like I said, I'm not going to allow that to happen. You dissed the nigga. This is a Kendrick diss. This is a Kendrick diss. I don't care. I'm sorry. This is a Kendrick diss. If I'm trying to think of like all right, cool. Jay-Z and Nas during their situation, after Ether, after the battle, right after the battle. If somebody has Nas on their song after having a public, oh, I don't know about Jay. Oh, I was supposed to be cool with Jay. A New York nigga who's had tensions with Jay, drops, and then the tension starts with, oh, you brought Nas to the hood, or you brought Jay to the hood, to Nas's hood. You brought Nas to Queensbridge. You brought you brought Jay-Z to Queensbridge, Nas to Marcy. And then afterwards, you do an album, and then you have them on it, and their songs like, ooh, I snuck Nas in this bitch. What you doing is you shooting and hiding your hand. You throwing rocks and hiding your hand, which, game, I don't understand. This is the exact same thing you do with Death of Slim Shady, and I don't understand why you think this works well, bro. Because I already predict he not going to really shoot it. He going to do these super subliminals so he could play with niggas' intelligence and tell you that he didn't really diss Kendrick.
In this motherfucker bringing energy again. Running back-to-back phase with my enemies again. Amigos. Take off on a nigga like amigo.
It's funny because I treat an enemigo like that's literally a line from GNX with the amigo, with the run the phase with enemy, then the enemies though, enemito. That's literally a line. That rhyme, I treat an enemigo like is on GNX. I can't remember who said that.
On a nigga like amigo. And my diamonds
take off on a nigga like amigo's hard.
Take off on a nigga like amigo.
I call it that in the middle.
My diamonds offset like amigo. And I'm sipping Quavo like amigo. Me, Drake, and a Drake nigga with the three amigos. Champagne shooting like it's B-roll.
I do like me, Drake, and a Drake, we the three amigos. That's hard. But like, I don't want to hear nothing about you being like, why does the West not mess with me? Or why do they treat me like I'm not? Why do I not get my flowers from the West? This is why. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hip Hop is a Sport tournament starts tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And if you want to know how to join, just read this. It's right here. Right here. Just this is the rules. Easy. If you want a closer look, go to my community post, my community tab on this page, and you can read it. It's the same post. The prize money started at $1,350. It is now $1,400. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, you still have 24 hours to submit. By the morning of the 23rd, no more submissions. The only people that will submit after that are gonna be people who are already in the competition who didn't win and get a resubmit. So if you want to join this competition, you have 24 hours left to join. Ladies and gentlemen, that prize pool will keep going up. This is why you have chose Drake's side. I don't know if you understand what that means. I know you understand what that means because you're a gangbanger. But you have chose Drake's side. So anybody who's on Kendrick's side, TDE side, West Coast side, after, Drake's side has dissed the West, have made fun of the West, the academics have said the people are dumb and all this stuff, talk crazy about LA, California, and you chose Drake. You chose Drake. So, yeah, nigga. Yeah, bro.
Nigga with the three amigos. Champagne shooting like it's B-roll. Mixing everything with a motherfucking Tito's. Nigga circle got smaller than a peephole. Run up on his 6 focus, smoke like a pre-roll. Gas. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. I'm back outside, sleep when I die. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes. I want all the smoke with this Drake on my side.
Game. Jayceon effing Taylor. You did not sample Drake's voice and call it a Drake feature. There is no way that the only thing that Drake says on this song is no breaks, no breaks. First of all, let me break this down for y'all. That's even worse than having Drake as a feature. You know that, right? That's way more disrespectful. Because that means you couldn't even get the Drake feature? There's no way you just have Drake say no Drake than you said Game and Drake. Because that means more important than actually getting the Drake verse was disrespecting TDE and disrespecting Kendrick. That you gotta think, bro. You gotta think, right? Because at least if he gets the actual Drake verse and feature, there's got to be a Drake verse on this. Maybe I'm bugging. Then he can go, well, I'm just doing it for clout. Drake the biggest person. Which is still slimy, still like whatever. But if you just got this nigga to say no breaks just so you can say Drake is on it, and then the theme of the song is you're with Drake, me, Drake, and Drake the Three Amigos snuck a Drake in this bitch, then what he's telling you is more than even waiting to get this feature, I just wanted to disrespect you niggas. So this isn't even like a nigga from Marcy getting a Nas feature in the middle of Jay versus Nas. This is like a nigga sampling Nas during that just so he can disrespect Jay. So he didn't even get the Nas. Oh, nah. He got a verse on this, right? Or at least like a longer part of the hook, right?
Drake on my side. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks. How we gonna stop when the foreign ain't got? No breaks, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks. Yeah. Like kids at a playground, I'm about to slide.
I hate that line. Like a kid in a playground, I'm about to slide. Game, you way nicer than that. Like there's something, and even like, it's not that the theory is whack. The theory of sliding on a playground could be dope if you use it. The delivery was so wordy. The setup was so wordy. Like a kid in a playground, I'm about to slide. And it's not even clever. It's just like, even if so a nigga go, fuck around and we spin like a merry-go, that's hard. But if a nigga goes, like a kid in a playground, I'm about to spin like a merry-go-round. That's just like, you're crossing over into Laffy Taffy dad joke territory, where it's like, you should have said something like, I'm finna slide like I'm next to the green machine, or I'm finna slide like I'm next to the merry-go. So like something less words, but I'm like a kid in a playground, I'm about to slide. I don't know. It's the setup that kills it.
I'm about to slide. 3 birds in a crew, 22s on a ride. Nigga said pick a side, then I'm picking homicide. Nigga don't.
And there's the blatant diss. Nigga said pick a side, I'm picking homicide. I'm not picking your TDE side, I'm picking violence. That's what he's saying. And with having Drake on this song and having the references of Drake, he's telling you he's choosing the Drake side. The reason why I got to break this down in layman terms is because what's about to happen is a nigga about to pretend that this isn't a Kendrick diss. That's what's about. I'm letting y'all know right now. Nigga gonna use this as a clout moment, and then niggas gonna go, I mean, he didn't really, just because he had Drake, so niggas can't have Drake on a feature now to play with your intelligence. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna gaslight you to think, nigga, this is from a rapper, from a nigga who was the biggest Game fan. This is a diss track. This is the Black Slim Shady. This is exactly the Black Slim Shady. This is exactly what he did. Where he pump fake like he gonna diss M, pump fake like he about to destroy M, and then it ends up being like he's just doing enough so he doesn't actually diss him. It's starting to feel like you be having picks, game. It's starting to feel like you be having picks. Because you'll diss Fat Joe, Rick Ross out of nowhere just because you want competition, which I was cool with. But then when there's actual tension, actual issues, and then you act like you're on this, this is what we always get. It seems like when it's somebody you feel is going to give you some trouble, you do this. Where it's like, I'm dissing you, but I'm not going to just diss you. But then if it's someone else, you'll diss them with no provoking. There's not even a storyline behind it. So it's just like, it just feels like you feel like you could beat Rick Ross and you feel like you're going to have more trouble with Kendrick, so you got to do it this way. You got to sneak around. That's why you snuck Drake, and you got to sneak around. It's like this. Oh, man. All right, bro.
Try your love. You know I keep that motherfucking talk, nigga. Don't call my bluff. In this bitch.
Yeah, and this is all shots. This is actually all shots. Listen.
Don't try.
He said, I chose a side. I chose homicide.
The cool 22s on a ride. Nigga said pick a side, then I'm picking homicide, nigga.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. That, like I said, that bar hard as a bit. They told me pick a side, so I'm choosing homicide. Now, if this was a real, let's go. If this was the real game, I know. If this was the real, man, throw the beat on. Let me get this nigga. If it was one of those who gonna say your name, who gonna da-da-da, in there, that shit land way different. But with this, it's like, I like that line. It's clever on some battle shit. It's just like, you better know that's a diss game.
Homicide, nigga, don't try your love. You know I keep that motherfucking talk, nigga. Don't call my bluff. In this bitch, throwing gang signs up. Yeah, who that? Talking that shit, boy, who that? Walking that shit, nigga, who that? Putting all the bullshit to bed. Leather Gucci jacket, I'm sexier than red. What the fuck? Y'all mean like we in Future Cup? How this motherfucker lean, boy, what? Didn't I say I'm riding with a Drake and the 12 get behind me, then I'm running the race all gas.
Yeah, so he really did. This is, oh, wow. So the nigga got the Drake sample, right? Drake might have recorded this on a voice note, said, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks. Yeah, no breaks. All right, nigga. Because what Drake's doing is, this is the same thing as 100. Drake, because even if this is just a sample, Drake has to clear it. The reason why Drake is allowing this to happen is to diss Kendrick. He knows just the y'all together is the diss. So again, you're setting the table for Drake to disrespect Kendrick, TDE, and the West Coast by doing this. This whole song, if y'all don't know, what he's saying is, I'm riding with Drake. And I'm sure y'all understand that because y'all aren't like, y'all got some lyrical comp, right? And I know there's people who are not gonna get it and have to hear him say, I'm dissing Kendrick Lamar for them to understand it. But the whole concept is, I'm riding with Drake. Now he's switching Drake between Drake, Aubrey Graham, and Drake, the Draco style pistol automatic chop. That's what he's doing. But if you notice how he's referencing Drake, didn't I say I was riding with Drake? I snuck Drake. Me, Drake, and Drake, the three amigos. They told me choose a side. I'm choosing homicide. Now let Drake come in here and do this hook. What makes it worse is not even so much that you be disrespecting, I feel. It's that you allow other people to disrespect them. You give them the oop to get the ultimate disrespect, because now it look like, oh, game is Drake looking like, oh, I look like I am tapped in with the West. Oh, y'all said I couldn't. Oh, I want a song with Game and it's super West Coasty. Oh, that's what Drake is doing right now.
Breaks, no breaks, no breaks. I'm I'm back outside, sleep when I die. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks.
Like, Drake didn't even try. Drake didn't even, nigga just said, hey, he either gave him the worst feature ever or just like, hey, nigga, just sample me, nigga. I don't want to really record nothing for you, nothing new. Just sample me, I'll clear it. It was one or the other, but it's just like Drake was doing the bare minimum he could to disrespect niggas. That's what he was doing. And I don't blame Drake. I really don't blame Drake. I blame the game in this because, yeah, that's the op, that's the enemy. He gonna do whatever he can to disrespect them. And if somebody that's literally from your hood is gonna give me stripes or make me look a certain way, well, then I'm gonna do it every time. What do y'all think that Too Hard for the Radio was? This is the same shit. Like, come on.
Want all the smoke with this Drake on my side. No breaks, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks. How we gonna stop when
He says, I want all the smoke with the Drake on my side. I hope niggas ain't gonna try to gas. Like, niggas don't fall for this shit. This is Kendrick diss. It's just not a great one, but
one ain't got no breaks, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks. Hey, hey.
Now, super West Coasty track, disappointing diss track, very beatable. I definitely believe Kendrick gonna shoot at this nigga. I don't know if you're gonna say his name, but you gonna get shot at. And it's weird because you just set the play. Why y'all niggas just be letting Kendrick smoke y'all? You set the. This is what niggas always do when you pump fake the first round. You set the plate now where Kendrick barely gotta wham wham and get you out of here. Just wham wham, and at least round one is cooked. Game. This is your round one. I hope you don't try to act like, well, no, this is just a bait track. Okay, cool, but this is your round one. Just know this is your round one. So, all right. I do like the Choose a Side Homicide. I like the me, Drake, and Drake, the Three Amigos. As a diss track, I feel like Game is way better than this, and it is what happens every time. This just feel like a rehash of the Black Slim Shady. This felt like more of, he focused on the diss part of diss track more than the track part, where it's just more about, I'm with Drake. Ah! That's what basically the song is. So